Now we can get to it. Okay, I know now y'all was thirsty for it. Now we can get to this question about Denzel Washington in the MCU. Now, the reason why this got brought up. Now, we've talked about it. This has kind of come up in general conversation, right? Like a lot of times we'd be sitting here like, yo, who could Denzel play? Who would he be good for, right? So the reason why this came up was because during an interview, Michael B. Jordan was asked, and he said that he had some ideas for Denzel Washington to join the MCU. Let me see what he said here. He said, so when he was asked, the conversation was like, Michael B. Jordan said, yes, no hesitation. I actually got some things in mind, but yeah, the interviewer said, you better hurry. MBJ says, I know, but I got you. I got some ideas, for Denzel being in there. The interviewer says, hey, concentrate on one thing. I sound like dad. MBJ says, after I finish Creed 3, you know what I'm saying? Once I finish that project, my mind can wander on other creative things. So, of course, here's my thing. I need the studios to stop wasting time. And if you're going to get these actors while they're aging, get them in now. Even if it's so, this is my thing. Let me throw my idea out here. I'm gonna throw my idea out there, and I'm going to say what I think would be dope for Denzel. And then, of course, y'all definitely weigh in as well. What I'm trying to consider right now is two things. One is Denzel's age, right? My man is older, right? I think he's in his 60s, I want to say. But he's getting older, so I don't think that we can give him a big role. Like, I know a lot of people want to say Magneto, right? Is he gonna come back for that? Is he gonna want to play this role multiple times in multiple years? That's something I don't want to bank on. Keep in mind, the Equalizer, out of Denzel's long career, the Equalizer 2 is his first sequel ever. He just don't do sequels. So I don't know if he wants to keep on doing sequels. I don't know if he wants to keep on being in the MCU. So for me, I'm thinking that if he were to play a role, it's got to be something maybe as a one and done. Like, it's got to be something dope, because you don't want to waste Denzel either. But it's got to be something dope that, he's going to come in there. We all, as fans, we're going to have a great time seeing him. But that's going to be it, right? I think for me, I would want him to be maybe a previous Black Panther, I don't want to say Bashanga. Bashanga was the very first Black Panther, by the way. I don't want to say Bashanga only because you could mess around and do a Disney Plus show about Bashanga. Like, that could be a character that could exist later. Hold on, I saw something good. My man Angel, an older T'Challa. That'd be interesting. We still got to make sure he doesn't die first, again, for the third time. I'd be cool with that. Maybe if, like, T'Challa looks in the future and he sees himself in Denzel, wow, right? That'd be interesting. I could totally see him as maybe like an ancestor. I think an ancestor Black Panther will be interesting, right? Like somebody who, because again, Black Panther is not about the mantle. The whole franchise is not about the mantle. The franchise, the 55 years of Black Panther, it does not matter who has the mantle. It's always been about T'Challa. Even when they showed all the previous Black Panthers, it was always to show people how it affected T'Challa, and briefly to how it affected Shuri. But I think that would be dope. I think it'll be dope if he could be a previous Black Panther and he informed T'Challa somewhere in the MCU. I think that'd be kind of dope. But I want to see some of y'all answers here. Let's see. Blue Mark. You know what? Here's the only reason I would say no to Blue Marvel. The only reason I say no to Blue Marvel is because one, Blue Marvel he does look older, right? Like he is a slightly older looking guy. But because of his powers, he ages very slowly also, right? Which means that and here's the other thing. Let's not forget he dated and had a romantic relationship with Monica Rambeau. Do we want Denzel having a relationship with Tiana Paris? I don't know how that's gonna look. I don't get me wrong. I understand people date older and all that. I'm not. It's like a 40-year-old age difference between the two of them. That's all I'm saying. It might look a little weird. For me, if it comes to Blue Marvel, I think having a younger looking actor, and I'm not saying it should be him, but let's just say John Boyega, but you just make them look a little older. Just hit them with the gray streaks, put a little pepper gray in there somewhere. Just make them look a little older. That way they can, because I want Blue Marvel to keep coming back. I don't want Blue Marvel to be a one and done. So Blue Marvel could do, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want them to be one and done. That's all. I want more. I just want more. Doctor Doom or Galactus. Interesting. So the Doctor Doom one, that one is going to be tricky because you have to think about whoever you cast as Doctor Doom, the opposite is going to have to be the case. They're going to have to play opposite to Reed Richards, right? So are you about to have Denzel being in his 60s? You going to make Reed Richards in his 60s too? I don't know if we're going to get that. So whoever is going to, unless we're playing with time, unless there's a time issue, that's a whole different story. But that's gonna be, I don't know. I don't know if Doctor Doom is gonna work. And here's the thing, I totally understand why anybody would want him as Doctor Doom. It's because of the acting, right? Like the acting ability matters, but I just don't know how that would work in relation to Doctor Doom. Galactus would be interesting because this is a similar argument that I have for Keanu Reeves, who I didn't even know. I thought he was in his 50s. I think he's in his six. No, he's like 58, 57. I'm still getting messed up. Keanu's old. He is old, but he don't look old, right? But it's the same thing I said for him. And reason why I said he should be Silver Surfer, because if you make Denzel Galactus, not only could you have some screen time with him in his previous, because Galactus does have some backstory, right? Like he wasn't just some planet hungry dude all day. If you could give Denzel that role where Galactus was like, before he got to be all superpowered and stuff, he could do that. That's a good one and done. And then after that, you could just use his voice and Galactus can be CGI. That could work. Because again, even if Denzel didn't want to do it again, just get somebody else to do the voiceover work. I don't think a lot of people going to trip over that. So that would work better, I think, Galactus versus Doom. Let's see who else. What we got? Cornelius, what you got? Whoever the character, Denzel Washington's presence can't be wasted. Facts. If done right, his casting can give the MCU an Oscar. They're so desperate for facts. And if that's the case, I think because of the world that we live in now, I think the best way that would happen, you would have to make him a villain. But I don't know if Denzel would want to play the villain. The Beyonder? The Beyonder for Secret Wars? I could see the Beyonder just being like, I'm just going to change my appearance. I don't know. Could he work as the Beyonder? Let me know about that, because I'm thinking Secret Wars is coming up. That is going to be a thing. You could make Denzel that intergalactic being that maybe can change their appearance whenever they want. Maybe. But facts, you cannot waste him at all. And yes, totally Oscar worthy stuff. I mean, anytime this man steps on stage on the screen, that's definitely him for sure. The one above all. Basically, if for those of you that don't know, in Marvel Comics, the one above all is like God, God. I'm okay with that because the one above all does change their appearance too, and they don't show up all that many times. So I'm okay with that. Yeah. Oh, multiverse T'Challa? Sure. Why not? That's not it. It ain't got to be like, a huge commitment. I like that. That could work. See, ooh, real Django. Denzel as Eternity. I'm okay with this. Listen, I like this idea of putting our older legacy type actors, like these legends of actors, as the CGI bigger than life type of roles that you don't have to see all the time. Like, we're not going to see Eternity all the time, but if Denzel want to come in and voice Eternity, I'm okay with that. Ooh, what about the Living Tribunal? What if Denzel came through as the Living Tribunal? Ooh, that could be interesting too. Come on now. Come on now. Ooh, man. Listen. Bishop, I don't know. I've never seen Bishop be old though. Like Bishop's always looked younger, 30s, 40, 30s actually. I don't know. I can't. I mean, he's gonna have to tap back into Book of Eli, into those vibes, but I don't know. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Nelson V. Denzel as He Who Remains, who met Majors, He Who Remains in the Multiverse. Ooh, as a variant, He Who Remains. Now we talking. I can see this. I like that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dexter Denzel as a future Kang, variant Kang, but I agree, got to be one and done. Yes. Hey, I like that. I like it a lot. What? Denzel should be Blue Marvel. Stop it, E-Man. You calling Denzel? Oh, he's old. Mara. He's old. I mean, he's great. He's a legend, and he's a walking legend. He's also old. I'm just saying. I mean, don't make me feel bad. Like, come on now. He's old. I mean, come on, please don't. Oh man, come on now. I know the ladies like Denzel. I know. I'm just. Let's see. What do we got? Buzz Denzel is 67. The Watcher Denzel could be there for a while. I don't know if he's gonna want to be though. That's the issue. Like, I'd love for Denzel to be around for as long as possible, but I just don't know, because here's the thing: Denzel wants to be a director now. Like, for him, according to him, it's like, yo, he's like done what he's got to do in acting, and he's got this new crusade where he wants to put forth all these August Wilson plays, and get the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Fences. Like, he's got other things that he wants to do. I don't think he cares about Marvel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not on his top priority list. So I'm trying to be respectful of that also. Like, he's at the point where he's like, yo, I want to direct. Matter of fact, in one of his interviews, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute here. In one of the interviews, he was like, yo, I don't even want to like star in these things anymore. I get a better feeling directing and getting that vision out there. That's why he just did that movie for Journal for Jordan with Michael B. Jordan. Like, he gets more pleasure in directing these things and no longer being in that spotlight. So I don't know how long he gonna be. Let's see. We're gonna go to some more and then we're gonna move on. Denzel can be a variant like Ramatut. Oh, yeah. I like that. Yes. Could definitely be a Kang variant. The Ramatut, hey, because that Kang has a lot of different variants through the timeline. I like that. You could make Denzel an Egyptian king. Yo, I like it. That's a one and done too. Love it. Great. Perfect. That works. Alib, the one above all, makes sense because he's reached that Morgan Freeman, I play God and everything status. I love it. I'm down with that as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.